It's the final season, and it is the final list for ranking all the Soprano characters. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. It's the 6th season, and we're getting ready to rank every season 6 character in the Sopranos from worst to best. Spoiler alert, Tony will be number 1 because it's the Tony Soprano show at the end of the day.
Yeah, and then it'll fade to black, and we'll go on our merry way. But you know what? We have to do it all over again, don't we? Because we'll have to rank every character, every episode, and every death. Are you looking forward to that across the 6 seasons?
It's going to be a long video.
It is, but speaking of... Well, this guy's not quite long. He's a bit of a midget, man. His nose is quite long. It's Dr. Elliot, Melfi, psychiatrist. Spoiler alert, she's going to rank down quite low, so by fuck is her psychiatrist going to rank down low.
Yeah, did Tony's psychiatrist really need a psychiatrist of their own? Did we really care about... See, unless Dr. Melfi was in a scene with Tony, I couldn't give a shit about Dr. Melfi. And to be honest, I do think that the Dr. Melfi-Tony sessions were... I think they overstayed their welcome. Yeah. I thought it was going to be like a 1-season thing. But, nah, it was like...
Well, once she realised she could have been indicted by this guy because of Tony, she parted ways. Fuck your patient, all confidentiality, all that shit. But this guy sucked, man. Honestly, even when she was like pouring her heart out to him, he just wanted to know about Tony. Just a prick. Don't like him. Shite character. I mean, honestly, like second last episode, and like 5 minutes of the episode's being taken up by her and this guy having dinner with a bunch of jobbers that we don't even fucking know.
Bunch of no-names.
Anyway, speaking of somebody that likes her dinner, 37th spot, we've got Ginny Sack. 97-pound mole on her ass, all those jokes. I mean, she's basically the seed, the straw that broke the camel's back. And by fuck, she would break a lot of camels' back. I mean, the jokes about her, Johnny Sack's kind of what led the war and a lot of deaths, isn't it?
Pretty much, isn't it? We joke about someone's mole and their fat ass, and then crews are killing each other. It's all got out of hand.
But you didn't like her, so you take it away. What would you not like? Just a fat bastard?
Yeah, just a fatty, and it's like, I mean, you look at Tony and like, you know, Carmela, pretty attractive, and then he's sleeping with all these Gamars and stuff, and it's like...
But Johnny Sack never slept with any Gamars.
No, he didn't. The only thing he slept with was very big Jenny Sack's fat ass, so it's like, I don't know. Respect to him, like...
Yeah, I mean,
he was committed. Must have been a man of the cloth.
He must have been, but he died in the end, didn't he, big Johnny? Right, 46, we've got Janice.
No, but she was an annoying character, wasn't she? Like, she was just...
She was annoying, but was she more annoying than Janice, who's 46th?
Probably not, no.
Is it just because Janice is more of a mate, she's a soprano, she gets a wee bit above her?
You know what, Janice is a character that I wouldn't have missed if they wrote it a few seasons earlier.
Yeah. Why would Bobby even marry her?
Yeah, they don't seem like they've got anything in common.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Bobby could put up with Janice's shit.
I think Bobby got married to her because she viewed it as like, here, I want to stay close to Tony, and he's in Tony's crew, and I can kind of get rich off him and manipulate him to do stuff against Tony and stuff like that and move him up. And that's exactly what happened because he ended up being, like third in charge towards the end. But Janice, man... She's going to rank low. I don't care what season it is. She came in season 2. I think season 2 was probably the best when she was with like Richie Aprile. After that, I couldn't care less. Right, 35th spot. We got Bianca, whatever you want to call her. AJ's Hispanic girlfriend. Didn't do much for me. Did she do anything for you?
I thought she was alright, but you know what? I think she done AJ dirty.
The ending was like, did it even happen? Whatever happened there? I mean, what happened? Just fucking disappeared. Oh, this ain't going to work, AJ. Bye-bye. Then AJ was suicidal. Jumping pools. Trying to tan his wrists. Pouring acid over people's toe jams. It was a weird crash out.
Yeah, it was... it was a weird season for AJ. I mean, every AJ season's been pretty weird, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's eventful.
34th spot, we've got Ben Kingsley. Now, you didn't even know who this guy is. It's actually the real Ben Kingsley. So he's just playing himself here in The Sopranos.
Oh, the movie guy Chris meets with, yeah.
Arsehole.
Aye, not very likeable.
Could you name me a movie he's in real life?
Star Trek.
Is he Star Trek? Aye, he is, isn't he? What else is he in, though?
I don't know. That's all I know. Star
Just
Trek.
a bit fucking pointless. Right, number 33, Raymond Curto dies of a heart attack in episode 1. I mean, what is there really to say? Stand-up guy, but he was shite. Oh, this guy will rank extremely low, by the way, in the overall rankings, because I have nothing good to say about him. 32, we've got Dr. Melfi. Just a waste of time, man. The her and Tony scenes were good, right? I'm not going to sit here and say, like, by season 6 they were shit, but It was only good because it was Tony sounding off about his family. See her as a character, man. No purpose whatsoever. Shite. Tony could have moved. See, when Tony did move psychiatrist the odd time, it was still just as good.
Yeah. It's Tony that was making these scenes, not Dr. Melfi. Like.
So you were even seeing in the Blue Comet when he did like leave her and go to a different psychiatrist. But AJ, he almost began from square one again, proving that after 6 seasons he'd learned nothing. 31st spot, we've got Alb. He was like, what, third in command in New York? This guy was shite, honestly. I think he's like the lowest ranked guy in New York on this list, so nothing good to say about him. Right, 30th spot, we've got Bert. A no-namer, even though I just need to tell you his name, but seriously, he's Carlo's cousin. Silvio strangles him. He once helped Patsy, go in and try and get, a bit of money for all the businesses in Jersey. This guy was shite. Can you tell me one Burt line? I don't even know if he opened his fucking mouth.
Nah, I think he just sat there, didn't he?
But it's weird. It's not like this guy was like 25 and just in the crew. He was like 60 odds.
Yeah.
What's this guy been doing?
Supposed to be a pretty big deal.
And he's fucking anything but. 29th spot, we have got Rusty. I didn't mind the Rusty character, but look at the state. He just gets shot in his driveway by the 2 Italian guys that tried to kill Phil later on. I think a guy his experience should know when someone's trying to put a hit on him. He didn't. He just gets shot. He's like, oh, mamma mia, there's the fucking Statue of Liberty. Bang, good night. Done. Rusty shot in the head. His driver's dead with him. But again, did nothing in season 6. His best season was quite clearly season 5. 28th, we've got Juliana Skiff. Junkie. Real estate agent. Slept with Chris. Almost slept with Tony. Tony was not happy about this. Kind of just disappears off our screen. She was at Christopher's funeral. Do we care? Did you care?
No, didn't add nothing for me.
27th spot, Meadow. Right, you did not like Meadow's part in season 6.
No, just a throwaway character. She split up with Finn. Pretty much just seemed that the only part she really played was to set Tony off on that guy with the whole whipped cream on the lips thing. I mean, other than that, I just look at AJ and I look at the screen time and I look at the things he went through. Then you look at Meadow and it's like, well, what did she do? Just nothing. Dropped out of med school, really.
I mean, she's even ranked below Finn. That's how you know it was a shite season.
Yeah, just very uneventful.
26th spot, we've got Coco, the guy with the whipped cream. Again, he wasn't in a lot of scenes, but in that scene with Meadow, he was the better character. And then the scene where he gets beat up by Tony's pretty good, so I enjoyed it. 25th spot, we've got Rosalie Dupree. Rosalie Dupree?
Oh, we're going with Roosevelt there. I was like, what show are we talking about?
What show are we talking about? Rosalie April goes to Paris with Corbett. I think she's a pretty funny character, but, I mean, how high can she really rank, folks? So, yeah, 25th out of 38. That's no bad for her. JT Dolan, Chris's wee writer pal. I like JT Dolan, but he just gets killed by Chris. Chris, you're in the mafia. And Chris is like, well, I fuck him in the mafia, kills him, dead. 23rd spot, Patsy. Now, there's rumours that Patsy is the one that killed Tony. He's the one that put out the hit. When Silvio got hit, what did he do? He fucking ran down a river like a shite bag. It won't be cinematic. I've never rated Patsy.
Yeah, you know what? That was embarrassing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The way he just left Silvio there, propped against the seat, shot, laying there, half dead, and he's running down some swamp to get away from them. Don't even think he returned fire, did he?
No, well, he just fucking ran away, man. It's like, I know they're all skeeving to like make the most money amongst themselves, and they're all, they don't really care about each other, but
they don't. They would lead you to believe that they do, but they really don't.
No, but like, see with Patsy here, I don't think that. I mean, I don't really know enough about him, but who else in the crew do you think would have covered Silvio a wee bit better? Who would have done worse? Paulie?
Nah,
I think we've seen with Paulie and Chris against the Russian guy.
I know Paulie like talks a game and like you think that he would betray you, but I actually think Paulie is somewhat old school. He didn't really want the war and he would try to avoid it, but I think if push came to shove, Paulie
he wouldn't run away.
I think if he stood his ground, I think he would stand his ground.
I think running away is tragic.
Don't think Chris would run away. I don't think Tony would run away.
No.
Be cowardly if Tony fucking ran away.
I mean, he ran away when Johnny Sack got arrested at the end of season 5, but I think that's a wee bit different. No, you
Not
can't.
what he can do there.
Yeah. I mean, what's he going to do? Batter 200 law enforcement officers? Anyway, 22nd spot, we've got Benny. Great arc with Artie, but I mean, he's a fucking midget, man. Who cares? Right, 21st spot, we've got Finn. Now, you may be thinking, right, how is Finn so high up on this list? I'll tell you why Finn's so high up on this list, sorry. Because he's the one that broke it to the crew that Vito a fag. And I think the scene where Finn reveals it alone is fantastic. And we actually think the Vito arc's the best thing about this season. So, do you agree with Finn being 21st spot?
Yeah, I do, and he's involved with the whole fetal thing. I'm actually surprised how it played out. I did think Feto was going to try and whack him.
I think that would have been better.
I think that was a missed opportunity.
Back up a minute. Feto was blowing the security. Son of a bitch! I feel like I've been stabbed in the heart. Catch, not pitch. Absolutely. Carlo.
Yeah, right. The scene where they just bring Finn in to tell everybody, like, it's good.
Definitely. I think it's easily one of the best scenes of the show. Right, 20th, we'll get Agent Harris. This guy was a fucking nobody once upon a time, but as the show goes along and into season 6, he definitely helps Tony out a bit, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, for sure.
He does, absolutely. And you know what?
Steps up.
He survives, right? 19th spot, Silvio. Silvio fucking sucks. I'm having no two ways about it.
Just a background character, man.
And he's second in command.
Yeah, he's supposed to be important and he just doesn't feel it.
And you may be like, well, fucking sucks is a bit extreme because he's 19th out of 38. He's halfway. But see, considering, right, the role that he has, like, he's second in command and he is in a lot more scenes than other people, even if he has a background character. He needs to step up. See, when Tony gets shot and he takes charge for 10 minutes, that was his time to shine. And what happens is arse folds.
Yeah.
And even his ending, like, yeah, he gets shot and
he stepped up because Tony was in hospital and it ended up putting him in hospital.
Aye. And then he ends the show in hospital. It's like, what's this guy really doing here?
Yeah.
I mean, but it's like, do you care about Silvio if he wakes up or not? Does it change you?
No, I just never really connected to Silvio. I look at Tony's main crew, which for me consists of Tony, Silvio, Chris, Paulie, and Big Sal. Now people will say, "Oh, well, what about the others?" But to me, that's like the main.
Aye.
I view that as like the main crew. And
Bobby no enter that.
I mean, I guess he does in later seasons, but for me, I think Silvio's the worst.
Yeah, like, even in the later seasons, it's like Ralph was always better than Silvio.
I think Silvio's got a good look, and I think his name's pretty cool.
Aye.
But that's kind of what it is.
All he's got's quoting The Godfather. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
He seems to sit a lot, and I don't know if he does the books. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah.
He's a little bit shit, right? 18th spot, a guy that probably struggles to sit. Johnny Cakes. I mean, it's just Feto's lover in New Hampshire, isn't it? Like, I mean, what's there really to say about it? I mean, I thought he was decent fireman. He's a couple of funny scenes with Feto. Johnny Cakes, I just don't know. 17th spot, we got Butchie. Phil's number 2. Do you understand why Butchie betrayed Phil in the end? And just decided to give up Phil? And be like, you can kill him. We're not going to stop you.
No, I don't. I actually did not get that. I thought they were on board with taking out the crew.
And then all of a sudden they just switched. He's changed. Phil's changed. Well, what's changed? Butchie, in the episodes prior, was always adamant that he wanted to wipe out New Jersey and his arse folded. I think it's just poor writing. But maybe he's the one that put the hell out. But you know what? This guy had a look. Despite being like 4'9", he had like dodgy eyes. And he wore like a flat cap. Half a look to him. Wee bit interesting. Right, up next, 16th spot. We have got Hesh. I liked Hesh. Always appeared sporadically. But you know what? Unlike do you know when Hesh appeared, they almost like did steal a scene? Very witty, very knowledgeable, and just could string a sentence together. I feel like Silvio's just shite. I
thought I think it's ending. I didn't like the closure we got with Hesh. Yeah. His wife dies, Tony returns the money, walks away, and that's the end of Hesh.
Aye.
It's like, I don't know, could we not give him a little bit better than that?
No, I mean, absolutely. Right, up next we've got Artie. Didn't appear a lot, but I think the episode he got with Benny was fucking great. He's like, I'm just another victim of Benny Fez, the old criminal mastermind. And then fucking Tony real that in Artie. But again, I think Artie's like Hesh. Doesn't appear a lot, but when he does, he steals the fucking show. Especially Artie. Artie's comedic element is brilliant. Honestly, I'd say Artie's like behind Tony, the second funniest guy in the show. Brilliant. Moving on, 15th spot, we've got Fat Dom. How's Fat Dom? Again, I think Fat Dom, right? He's the guy that helps Phil kill Fito. He cracks all the jokes. He's in like a 2-minute scene where he just buries Jersey and then Silvio and Carlo kill him, but I think Fat Dom was pretty good. Right, 14th spot, we got Carmella. Back with Tony. I mean, I'm actually... Why have we ranked Carmella 14th?
Too high, I think.
I think it's too high. Looking back at this list, it's by God, too fucking high, people. Too fucking high. Not coming in at 14th. I tell you what, though, it's actually 13th because for whatever reason I've Britt Bucci in at 13th. So, funny, correct that. Carmella's in at 13th. Unlucky for some.
Unlucky for some.
But no, just I don't know. I feel like Carmella, right?
You know what? It's like
it's the same character she was in the pilot. There's no change.
There's no growth there, and it's like
maybe that's all right though. Just the wife.
I just find it hard though to be sympathetic or to feel bad for Carmella when she chose this life.
Yep.
And then when you think she's getting a divorce and leaving, she ends up going back. So she sometimes doesn't like the life that she's got, but it's the life that she chose, and it's the life that she refused to walk away from, and she doesn't complain when she's got her nice little home and all these like funded trips away and all these gifts that she gets for Tony's crew. It's like Carmella seems to be, she wants all the good that comes with being Tony Soprano's wife, but none of the bad. And it's like, well, you can't have it both ways.
Oh my God, Tony, this is DEFCON 4. Fuck up, Carmella, you stupid whore. Anyway, right, 12th was Artie. 11th is Little Carmine. Something's lacking in his brain. Your brother Billy, whatever happened there. But you know what? When this guy appeared, it was funny, even if he was a bit of a mongoloid. Little Carmine, yeah, he's one of the last few guys still hanging about in this universe. He's still alive, right into the top 10. Eugene, in at 10th spot, hung himself in the premiere. Only in one episode, but I feel like it was definitely one of the best episodes of the season, standalone.
Yeah, you know what? I like Eugene. It's just disappointing with The Sopranos because you think you're getting something interesting. And instead of it being a continuation, they just end it in the episode where they introduce it, and it was like, really?
No, absolutely, man. I mean, it could have went much longer. I think it could have. He wore the members only jacket. That's one of the guys that killed Tony. I doubt they killed him because he was a members only. I mean, what even fucking is a members only? It just sounds a bit cringe. Sounds like some Fito would be in. Up next, we got Uncle June. Uncle Junior, again, doesn't appear a lot, but he shoots Tony. He's in the mental asylum. Some decent scenes with AJ when he tried to go in with a knife. Some decent scenes with the guy they saw. And then the ending scene with Tony. Well, that's nice. You and your kid brother, you ran North Jersey? I did? That's nice.
Brother, whatever happened there?
That's nice. Guy's one of the most notorious gangsters in fucking Jersey. He said, that's nice. That's nice. That's all I get. But, I mean, that's the fate. You either die, you end up like Junior at the end of the day. Speaking of Junior, we've got AJ Soprano. Up next, again, he's always funny, but it's one mess to another. I want to join the army, or I want to do clubbing, or I want to do this. I want to do that.
He doesn't know what he wants. Changes every episode.
He's a tosspot, man, to say the least. Like, it's always funny, but I think they just ruined the character. To a degree, it's like, what even is he? Or is that what he is? He's just a mind. He's just mentally unstable and does something different each season. Would this character have been better if he died in the swimming pool? Or does that make things too sympathetic towards Tony at the end?
It kind of ends. Definitely done it if AJ's dead, like so. I like AJ, but sometimes I like him. Sometimes he's annoying. Sometimes you're like, just fucking grow up, you dick. And
I know. I
mean, he thinks he's got a horrible life. I mean, he's fucking Tony's kid. I mean, he's pretty much had everything handed to him.
No, he has, and he rattles on about George Bush, and you have any idea what that's polluting to the country? It's like, nah, mate, you've just...
I mean, he does seem like an activist, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he put, like, a Just Stop Oil, like, vest on it, highlight vest or something, like high visibility vest, and starts blocking traffic. It's just... I don't know, he always seems to find a new cause to fight for.
Absolutely right. 8th spot, we've got Carlo, not Angelotti. I don't even know what his second name is, but Carlo stepped up this season. He took over construction. Tony suggests that he starts sucking dick to make as much money as Vito, but he didn't take that up, so he killed Fat Dom. And in the end, he was one of the last guys till he rat it. So and then he just kind of just disappears off screen. I just think wasted. I think wasted's the right word. Been in 3 seasons, and I don't think they utilised him till very late on.
No, they didn't.
Not that he was all that great. Right, 7th spot, we've got Johnny Sack. So in jail. I mean, memorable moments this season. Dying. I mean, that's not the greatest thing to happen to him, but the wedding, I think the wedding where his daughter got married and you had the scenes where he was like sitting talking with Tony and talking with Phil was good. You know, my estimation of Johnny Sacramone just fucking plummeted. His coach turned into a pumpkin, and his pumpkin got him 7th spot on this list. Johnny Sack, good character. Sad the way we're out though. 6th spot, we got Paulie. I mean, Paulie's Paulie, a lot of screen time. I think he got a lot of development this season. You know, finding out that his mum is really his aunt and that his aunt is really his mum, getting cancer, you know, all the botched hits, Tony almost killing him, Chris's death, how it affected him.
I didn't really understand the whole Tony contemplating the kill thing. That was weird.
Yeah, Tony's just fucked in the head. I think it's just short. But I think it felt forced. It was almost like trying... I mean, they said it themselves. Oh, we were trying to get the viewer to hate Tony, not idolise him. We don't need to force it, man. To me, like, killing Chris is almost... I can see why Tony did it. Killing Paulie, I can't really see why he was even contemplating it. What? You got Tourette's? Wait. Because he fucking laughs a weird way, Tony. Bit weird. What about your son? You got to kill him next? He's fucked up. 5th spot, we got Bobby. Killed by the trains. The Blue Comet.
Yeah, that was the end of the line for Bobby. And you know what? I just didn't understand this. Bobby, they're pretty much on lockdown. They're in a war, and he decides he's going to leave his phone in the car and go and spend 15 G's or 8 G's, whatever it was, on this fucking train. And
that's a sackable offence. That's spending 8 G. I mean, killable offence, man. 8 G's on some trains.
Yeah, I think he should have been laying low. Lay low, brother.
You gotta lay low, but lay low. You know what? I mean, I know we're just ranking season 6 here, but from the beginning of this show to the end, he's the guy that for me that's like took the biggest step up. From being junior Sopranos driver to fucking being third in control. Top man. 4th spot, Phil Leotardo. So my iconic... I fucking almost. Phil Leotardo. Some iconic lines. Whatever happened there? You know, my estimation of Johnny Sacramone just fucking plummeted. No more Butchie, no more, and there's no scraps in my scrapbook. I compromise. 20 fucking years. Right, many lines for Phil, but I didn't like his death.
No, taken out by a nobody. I couldn't pluck the name of the character if you asked me to.
Was it Alfred?
Is he not even on this list?
No, he's not on this list.
No, that
sums up. Guys,
taken out by an absolute nobody while out with his family. And then in, like, you know, comedic, but even though it wasn't funny, it's just
again,
like...
why is he with his family if he's on DEFCON 4?
Yeah, just like a comical kind of Sopranos death where the car's left in gear and it slowly drives over his head, and just like, really? That's how this whole beef between... I just don't get it. The Sopranos, I think, was out of its way to try and actually play down deaths, and shows try and like glorify things and like enlarge things, you know. Points. But the Sopranos seems to almost do the opposite, I think.
Yeah,
it's very strange.
That is strange. I agree with that, but the fanboys defend it to the end and say, but that's the way it's written. Some deaths aren't cinematic. Yeah, and some deaths aren't, but not fucking every death. You know what I mean? 3rd spot.
I still believe the best death's Big Sal's.
Yeah, I like Big Sal's. I liked Adriana's as well. Vito's 3rd. I liked Vito's death, but I don't think it was resolved enough. I liked Phil coming out the closet for Vito, then they rammed the pool cue up his ass. Vito is 3rd. The best arc in season 6 for me. You know, I like the stuff, the beef between him and Paulie early on. I like him going to New Hampshire. I liked him coming back. The dialogue between him and Phil. The dialogue between him and Tony. Just a great season for Vito, for a good character. And you know what? I think it proved that when they wanted to give a character who was like minor to a degree an arc, they could deliver on it. Just didn't do it enough. Second spot, we got Christopher. Another good season. More development. But again, I feel like even by this point, Chris is developed already.
True, but you know, I think that nose holding scene's always going to leave a sour taste in my mouth.
It is, man. It's like eating a bag of Fantastics. It's rank rotten.
But like you know, when look at The Walking Dead, right? Like, let's take season 2 for example, where Rick sees that Shane's become the problem, and that he decides that for the greater of the for the greaterness of the group, and that it would be better if he dies, right? See, instead of that epic confrontation that we get in the middle of the night when they're at gunpoint out in Herschel's farm, imagine instead of that, they're just driving back from like 18 miles out, and Rick swerves to avoid a walker, and the car flips over, and Shane gets injured, and Rick, instead of pulling him out the car and helping him, just decides to hold his nose.
Yeah,
and that's how Shane exits The Walking Dead. With Rick just holding his nose, and I think it's a similar thing here.
Yeah, but it's all But I actually think if that was done in The Walking Dead, it would have been better than what we got here, because it's an easy way for Rick to get rid of Shane. He loved him. He's kind of putting him out of his misery, and it's a way without bringing attention to himself. But we have seen the beef between Rick and Shane on screen. The beef between Tony and Chris here, it is nowhere near the point where it's like one of them needs to go.
No.
Rick and Shane was getting to that point. I'll never understand it. Anyway, Chris is second. Some good stuff. Some great stuff. We're with the Vipers. Even though Tony said that. But yeah, first spot, Tony Soprano. I believe he finished number 1 in every season. He might be the only guy to ever do that in every show that we review.
Yeah, probably is.
Yeah. Is that due to him? Is that due to the show? Is that who knows? But it can only be him. See the fact this guy gets put in a coma and they felt the need to include coma stuff with him because they thought the rest of the people couldn't really carry it. That tells you all you need to know. Not just Fog Entertainment. I think Tony's carrying the show. It's David Chase, the guy that wrote this show. He knew the show couldn't go on really without him, and he had to do that. Anyway, that's every season 6 character ranked. Closing thoughts on season 6 before we start talking about the whole show as a whole. Underwhelming.
I think there's definitely parts of it that were the best of the series, but I think it was too inconsistent to be the best season.
Aye.
I see a lot of people saying season 6 is the best. I don't know. I think once they finished up with the whole Feto arc, it was kind of downhill for them.
Yeah, and then the war took too long. Then it ended quite quickly. So, dropped the ball across the board. Anyway.
It took ages to start, and then when it started, it was like over within an episode.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be back very soon with more content. Till next time. Peace.